French is a language spoken in many different parts of the world, including France, obviously, Canada, Belgium, and Switzerland, among others. With such a wide spread of this language all over Europe and North America, the morphological and syntactic features are bound to be different due to geographical and sociolinguistic factors. First, let's look at the local form of French spoken in Jersey Island, located in the English Channel off the coast of Normandy, France. Jerrier. Jerrier, which was the first ever language spoken on Jersey, has a few morphological differences compared to standard French, most of which are due to sociolinguistic factors. For example, Jerrier does not make the distinction between masculine and feminine in its subject pronouns. In standard French, the different subject pronouns, besides the first person je for I and the second person tu for you, are il for he, elle for she, and un for one. In Jerrier, however, the subject pronouns are all in third person, with I and il for he to refer to both masculine and feminine words. These changes are due to the eventual Anglicization of the island. Once most people on the island spoke English, standard French became less popular to learn, so they simplified it. Next, we'll look at a sociolinguistic factor, language acquisition. French speakers express future time variables differently depending on their nativity to the language. In informal conversations, near-native speakers tend to use inflectional future tenses, while native speakers tend to use a periphrastic future tense. For instance, this sentence, translating to something that will finish the cycle, shows an inflectional future, using words such as will, should, shall, etc. Near-native speakers use this the most. This sentence, translating to you don't know what time you are going to finish everything, shows a periphrastic future, with the semi-auxiliary verb plus an infinitive in its tense. Native speakers use this kind of tense more frequently, as it is more complicated. As it is in any language, understanding French verb tenses as part of your grammar is tough. These differences are due to the way in which speakers acquire the French language, through socialization, formal education, etc. Finally, let's look at how interrogatives in French have evolved over time, which you can see through a change in word order. In Middle and Old French from the 8th to mid-14th centuries, SVO, or subject-verb-object word order, was typical in declarative sentences, while VSO, or OVS, was typical in interrogative sentences. In Middle French, which was the spoken form of French in the 14th to 16th centuries, SVO word order was used for all sentence types, even including interrogatives. This change seems to be especially prominent in the 20th century with the use of informal interrogatives in literary works and spoken forms of French by educated speakers. This sentence, translating to when is it that you are coming, uses the interrogative c'est que, or it is that, in an SVO word order. At the time, this construction sparked much controversy because of the word order usage. This sentence, translating to you are coming when, was condemned by purists because the construction puts the interrogative quando, or when, in the sentence final position, instead of the sentence initial position. The use of these syntactic structures, however, are growing. This is due to social factors such as class and age, affecting the way the French language is sophisticated or simplified. As we can see, there are quite a few ways that the morphological and syntactic features of French are influenced by sociolinguistic factors. Speakers of another language may move in and nearly take over, French acquisition can change over time, and word orders can as well, due to social pressures. Listed are my resources. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to let me know.